right. Welcome back from spring break, you guys. Sitting here in the classroom. Figured this is the best way. Normally, I wouldn't do this. I would have let you guys go. But we haven't covered this last P. So I think I'm going to have do that one. I will touch on chapter 10 just in case if you're interested in measuring, which is something important. But I'm not going to really require that for the M plan. And of course, if you took a look at the email that I sent, the biggest thing that I actually care about is the marketing plan. You'll have a homework assignment that you need to actually get done just because I think it's going to help you complete your marketing plan. So anyway, welcome back from spring break. Let's hurry up. Let's get this thing done. So this is where you are. You should be reviewing everything from the other 4 P's. We've already covered product. We've already covered price, we've already covered place, and now we need to cover promotion, okay? In your marketing plan, pretty much everything should be done except the promotion section and a little bit of the financing, and I'll have a video for the marketing plan where I go over the marketing plan outline and tell you specifically what's going on. I'll also, in that video, I will also put what I want in your presentation that you're going to have to prepare, because when you guys, well, I'm sorry, we're not coming back. So that means I just got the email yesterday. So what ends up happening is you guys are going to have to prepare some kind of presentation and put it online. I'm not expecting gold, but you should be able to sell me what it is. So I'll talk more about that in another video. But for this video, let's go ahead and get into promotion. And no questions, because you can't talk to me. If you do have any questions about anything, email me or call me. Leave a message on my voicemail with a number for me to call you back, and I promise I'll get back to you. All right? Because after today and maybe tomorrow, I'm in the house. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to catch up on my Netflix. Let you guys do what you got to do. There's a couple of business things that I got to time to look into. I got some time now, apparently, because my semester is pretty much over. I'm just waiting for you guys to give me your goodies, the M plan, so I can grade that so you guys can graduate, all right? Don't worry. Yes, I understand. I will ease up on you guys a little bit in the grading. Not much, but a little bit. Again, it's the only thing that I wanted all semester long was the M plan. So, all right, now getting off topic. So let me come back. Let's get this last P done. So the goal of promotion is to induce people to do this. You've seen this 100 times. The answer to this is exchange. You want this. You have this. And you have to create an exchange. You got to convince somebody that this is worth, has value. You've already determined with your price how much you believe the exchange should be worth. Now with promotion, you're trying to figure out, well, how can you communicate the value? How can you convince or persuade someone to actually dig in their pocket and pull out some money? All right, so promote our product. All activities that communicate the value of a product and convince, persuade customers to buy it. All right, that's the name of the game when it comes to promotion. So we're developing customer influence strategies, engaging, blah, 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 blah. All right, this is just something to have. All right, but engaging is the big word, because in order for them to actually do this, which is create the exchange, you got to engage them in some kind of way. A magic word that you guys often talked about on your homework number 4 was experience, right? And part of experience is engagement, right? How do you get people to get actually involved, right? Remember when I told you guys about your social media things? When you're doing social media and you want to do advertising or you want to do a campaign on social media, you got to think about ways to get other people to get involved. One of the biggest problems with social media is content, right? Think about it. Every single time you post something, you have to come up with something that people like, or what are they going to do? They're going to quit you. You keep posting a whole bunch of nonsense, people are going to drop you, right? So the better approach, instead of you trying to consistently come up with content, It's trying to figure out a way to get your consumers engaged, right? That target market engaged enough that they want to do, that they want to post things that spread, right? Maybe an example, real quick, making this up off the top of my head when we talk about experience and engaging, is can you develop something that, show me how you pro standard, right? And what we want people to do is post their top-notch outfits with their pro standard hat, right? And at the very end of that, we make it a contest or something. So now the content is being created by other people, right? That's just one small idea. Yeah, you can rip it apart all you want, but that's the kind of thing that you're looking for. You want to get your customers engaged, all right, and experiencing your brand, not just buying your product. So getting back to promotion, all right, the name of the game is I got to tell you all about this, right? I got to communicate it to you in some kind of way to convince you to give me that. Promotion is all about communicating, all right? So like my crazy uncle used to tell me, doesn't matter what you do, a good workman has to have the proper tools to get things done. All right, and in promotion, you have a toolbox. This is your toolbox. We have advertising, we have sales promotion, we have PR, we have direct marketing, and we have personal selling. Now, of the 5 of them that are up here, personal selling is really the only thing that Mike is doing right now. Right? He's got a whole sales team. That's how he's getting his $4 to $5 million a year. Is that he has a whole personal selling team that goes out there and makes things happen. Now, personal selling is most expensive, but it's also the most effective. All right, so we'll talk more about that later. Today we're going to focus, or this video, we're going to focus on advertising. All right, and then we'll talk about the other ones a little later. Because advertising is what most people think about marketing, right? You tell someone, hey, look, I'm trying to do marketing, I'm trying to market a product. Most people are believing that you're talking about advertising. Now, seeing as though that you sat in my class long enough, you understand that marketing is so much more. But advertising is the first tool. Put it in your tool bag. I call it the hammer, all right? It is the hammer. So let me show this video to you. Yeah, that's why I'm in the room, so I can show you videos. Because if I just post it online, I know you guys aren't going to watch my videos.
Welcome to
so
the
much time doing it.
Did you know that Geico could help with your home insurance?
Cookies?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
A little nutmeg in there?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Geico. That's enough. Now, I don't know what you plan on doing here.
I've come here to put an end to Loki's schemes.
Then prove it. Put that hammer down.
Yeah, no. Back calm. He loves you. You want me to put the hammer down?
Alright. Gotta close this thing. Absolutely, positively, yes. Bring the hammer, put the hammer down as much as you can. When you're thinking advertising, think about commercials like Geico, right? They keep beating you over the head with it all the time. Geico, 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 right? Small, they do, right? They came up with let's do the 5 or 10 second commercials, the 15-second commercials instead of the 30, 45 minute long. Some countries, hell, they got 3-minute long commercials. But the point is we're going to keep beating you over the head, giving you, communicating with you all of the information that you need. All right? It's a cost-effective tool for promoting to a large audience. Yes, if your target market is large, advertising is a good way to go. All right? From a commercial kind of standpoint. But it's very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. As you know, we've talked about it already, so I'm not going to get back into that. But with this tool, with the hammer, there are 2 things that you need to figure out, right? Because you got to pay for it, and you're going to pay a lot for it. So the 2 things that you got to figure out, because you get to pay for it, you have complete control over, is to figure out, 1, What's the message? What are you going to tell them? And the second one is, where are you going to tell them? Right? So those are the things that you need to be considering when you're thinking about advertising, the two advertising decisions. What are you going to tell them? What's important? And again, when you're thinking about promotion and any of your 4 Ps, never forget about your target market. Remember, we did all of this research. We came up with different segments, right? 3 to 5 of them for your marketing plan. And now you're trying to choose 1 or 2 of them to really promote to, right? So if you choose the advertising route, what's the message, right? What are you going to tell them? Are you going to tell them, hey, look, the Pro Standard hat is the coolest hat alive, right? Are you going to tell them, hey, the Pro Standard hat is extra comfortable and it has so-and-so inside the thing and it comes with this and it has a little buckle and oh, look at the little metal pin and blah, 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 right? You get to choose what you want to tell your target market, right? So choose effectively, choose wisely. Which media source are you going to use? And again, it's all based on your target market. That group of individuals that you are really focusing in on. You are the lion. So are you going after the warthog? Are you going after the zebra? Or what animal are you going after? The antelope? What are you going for here? Right? And then you're going to adjust your media and your message to those people. So this is just a little graph. You can see it in the slides. So you have a lot of different types of advertising that you can choose. Television advertising is what most people think about. All right. Pro is expensive as all hell. All right. You may end up, but you do get to target specific segments. Right. For instance, if I was looking for a 18 to 25, or just do it, I was looking for a black crowd, I might be able to advertise on BET. Right? If I was looking for a music generation, I may be able to go to MTV. But you can, if I was looking for females or women, I might be able to go to Lifetime. Right? If I was looking for nerds, I may be able to go to Discovery Channel or Animal Planet. Right? You see where I'm going with this? You get to choose the media source. Right? Because your segments are going to be doing that. They're going to be on different media sources. Right? So your segment may watch ESPN. Your segment may watch Fox Sports. Your segment may also watch CNN. You just don't know. But you have to do your research to figure out where exactly are they. The biggest disadvantage to TV ad is that it's expensive. Right? Probably the most expensive form of advertising is your television ad. But because you get to choose the message and the media, you get all different types of creativity with TV ads. So let me show you this video. Here, let me turn off the lights first.
Everyone is doing it. Guys are doing it with girls, and girls are doing it with other girls. Some get together in groups and do it. Some go online and do it with complete strangers. Some like deeper penetration when they do it. Some people get scared and pull out right in the middle of doing it. Sometimes when people do it for the first time, they don't last so long. Sometimes when people do it alone for too long, their hands cramp up. Some people just like to watch other people doing it. Some people have steady aim and others just spray everywhere. Some people like to do it hardcore. Some people like to be all chatty Cathy when they do it. Sons of bitches do it so loud they keep up the neighbors. Sometimes my dog likes to watch me do it. Some people go into domination mode. And that's some freaky deaky shit. I've heard there's over 20 million people doing it now. So it's safe to say that everyone is doing it.
All right. I believe that commercial is extremely, extremely well done. All right. If you look at that ad, you can figure out exactly who they're selling to, right? Who their target market is. Obviously, probably mostly male. They're talking a lot about sex, right? And then they even did it from a comedy standpoint, right? First of all, let's just be clear, sex sells anywhere in the world, right? But the point is that they've actually developed a funny approach to capturing your attention. And that is one of the biggest things that you have to do with advertising. Think about it. They got all of this stuff out here now that allows you to skip ads. Hell, even on YouTube, I'm waiting for the skip ad button to show up, right? So I need to have something that captures your attention immediately, right? That gets you at least thinking, or at least want to watch what the heck the rest of the message is. And if you didn't see the thing beforehand in the little video game symbol, you would have never knew that he was talking about a video game, right? So it's even more impactful. But that's some of the creative things that you can do. Here's something else that you can do, something even more creative. All right? The last commercial took the route of comedy. This one is taking the route of more emotions. Right? So what did you think about that one? Real tearjerker. It gets you thinking about different things. It engages you, right? Who was this vandal doing blah, blah, blah? Believe that was a great commercial. Anyway, so that's TV ads. There's a lot of different things that you can do with that. Radio advertising is not dead. It's not dead, no matter how much you think it is. It just comes in different forms. Yes, people may not be listening to the radio as much, right? Younger generation not listening to the radio as much when they're riding in their cars or at work, but they have different types of radio now. So now you got Spotify, now you got, what's the other one? Google, Apple Music, or whatever the heck you want to call it, right? One of those streaming services, I don't know, Pandora box, that kind of thing. So anyway, it's not dead, it's just different, all right? It is also very good and allows you to segment. So when you're doing your research, think about it. What kind of music may your target market listen to? Because again, you have to choose the message and you have to choose the media, right? So based on what kind of music they may listen to, now that may help you choose what kind of media source that you want to use to actually find it. You can do it by geography, music genre, whatever it is that you want, all right? The biggest problem with radio is it's only using one sense, right? That's it. All you get is hearing. And that is difficult. However, you can come up with creative approaches to doing radio. So just check out this video. A lot of videos. That's why I'm recording, people. That's why I'm recording.
I love radio because you can create $1 million production within 30 seconds on a limited budget.
Brilliant radio advertising has to engage the listener. An original idea that will draw the listener in is what I always look for.
What makes brilliant writing? It's a human voice, which I'm looking for.
The pictures that you can create in someone's head through radio is aligned with their reference. So, and it's different for every single person that listens to it.
I love the process of taking a great idea and then building all the craft to sort of bring that idea to life.
I'll see more and more examples of work where radio is working with other media, for example, out of home, so more kind of interplay between those two channels.
It was a really interesting platform. It's the whole way that the Pandora worked. It was digital radio, and the way that it actually engaged with you, and it turned a radio station into Skype and a personal conversation with you and your favorite star.
This live read style invite led to a totally live, totally unique run-on-one concert from that artist.
The best examples are sort of, it's radio and it's never radio on its own. I guess there's a whole question mark over is it radio or is it audio? And I think we're seeing that evolve and change, and certainly seeing more in Altered Entries, and that's being really helped by technology.
So the power of script writing is the power of leaving up a character to their own devices.
Unless you can tell a story and engage with somebody on an emotional level, you won't be able to connect with them.
There was a radio campaign yesterday for Dove, and they introduced this idea that you have a tongue and it feels big, and the more you think about it, it's knocking up against your back teeth, and it's taking up all this space.
The more someone makes you think about your body, the harder it becomes to ignore. Your tongue, for example.
The connection is that women, young women, are impacted by the constant messages of how they should look, what their body should look like, how they should be, just as we are in this moment thinking about our tongue. I swear within as soon as they introduced this, think about your tongue, I hit yes on my voting machine. Within 10 seconds, I knew I was in good hands, that they were inviting me something, just that was an instinctual thing. And by the end, they had connected it all, and I was thinking, I should have done that.
A few seconds ago, you hardly noticed your tongue, but just one message ensured that you can't stop thinking about it.
I'm always looking for something that captures my imagination through originality.
Winning work needs to be unexpected, where I think I know where this is going and then completely takes me on a different journey. So the surprise element is still the thing that really gets me, the thing that leaves a smile on my face afterwards.
But that moment when I connect, that it goes past my mind into this area called the gut. And did you know that the gut is actually, the lining of your stomach is actually part of your brainstem? So this idea that we have a gut reaction is actually another part of our brain.
In the clutter of the world of listening to quite a lot of stuff and audio bombarding you, it's when you lie in your bed at night and you go, I remember this. And it actually touched a nerve somewhere inside of you.
Gina has joined the call.
Brenda.
Has joined the call.
Hi.
Joined the call.
Hi.
Has joined the call.
Is this the confessions meeting?
All right. So a lot of good insight. A lot of good insight, especially the concept of the surprise element. People want to be surprised. People want to see something new, something different, something original. It all helps with them capturing their attention, getting their engagement, all of the things that we've been talking about, all right? So let me give you an example of this one. This radio ad actually won an award.
Hello. Hello, sir. I hear you having problems putting together your new kitchen unit.
Oh yeah, the instructions say that.
What now?
The instruction manual, it makes absolutely...
Stop reading that.
Well, what would you suggest I use?
I suggest you use the fact you're a man. Guys who got pride never relied on no guide, sucker. I'll give you some step-by-step instructions. Buy Snickers, remove wrapper, bite chocolate, and get some nuts.
Go to getsomenuts.tv for more Snickers man coaching.
Right, so, you know, it's there. You can click on the radio if it didn't come through well enough. But the thought is just that, right? The surprise element, how can you do things? Where are they going with this? Especially since radio is only capturing one of your senses, okay? So it's not dead, and it may be an effective tool, especially depending on the media that you choose and the message that you're trying to do. It's a lot cheaper than television, all right? It's still expensive, but a lot cheaper than TV. Print ad. this is going away, but also not dead, okay? There are, depending on your target market, if I'm trying to get 60, 65-year-olds, guess what? They still read magazines. Guess what? There are still people who prefer to go to Barnes & Nobles and buy handbooks, real books that they can put on their shelf because they prefer to actually hold it as opposed to looking and reading off of a computer screen. It really all depends on your target market. So this is just another form of advertising. Okay, it's good for typically high involvement products, right? Things that you want to read more about. Like for instance, if I'm selling real estate, I can give you a whole bunch of information that you need about this particular property in a magazine, right? In 1 or 2 or 3 pages. It also allows for segmentation. Shelf life. You guys ever been to the dentist and had to wait in the waiting room? They don't have iPads posted out so everybody can jump on an iPad. Typically, they have magazines or books for you to look at. Right? Same thing. Longer shelf life means that if you decide to go this route and put out an ad, you're most likely not going to get, right, an immediate response. So it's first pay and wait to play. Because of its shelf life, you don't know when people will pick up the magazine. All right? So biggest problem is, I already said that, people don't read. Younger generation is moving away, right?